What's going on, Stim Junkies? Hi, Stim Ace here. I do hope you guys missed me. I know it's been a couple of days, but I've been a little bit busy these past few days, been dealing with a few personal matters, work-related stuff, and a whole bunch of other drama, but I'm not here to bore you with my details, guys. We are here to review pre-workouts, and today, we're not only going to be reviewing a pre-workout, we're also going to be reviewing an epic pump formula. And these two products come to us from a brand new company called Nutrition Wolf, founded by legendary bodybuilder Dennis Wolf. Great guy, really crazy physique. I strive to have a physique like that one of these days, but we are all a work in progress, and we're going to get to reach our goals as long as we persevere and work harder than we did the previous day. So normally I review pre-workouts individually and I review pump formulas individually, but there is a specific reason that I'm going to be reviewing these products together. They were made technically to pair together, to synergize, but that doesn't go to say that they're inferior products. You can definitely run each one of these products on their own, because I've done that numerous times, and you'll get amazing results in the gym, whether you're running the pre-workout or the pump formula. But they are really, really synergistic in the sense that they work extra well when you pair them together. So today, guys, we're going to be reviewing Big Bad Pre from Nutrition Wolf, and then we're also going to be reviewing the Big Bad Pump, the product that is meant to go with the pre-workout. And man, when you guys stack these two together, it's a whole other level, guys. It's crazy. So join me as I take you through this journey, through this epic review, and tell you, is it worth picking up these two epic tubs in 2024? Let's talk about it. Okay, guys, so I came across this brand after watching my good friend Garage Gym Homie review their pump formula. I believe that was the first pre-workout review he dropped for them, and it looked really interesting. I like the branding. I like the logo. I like the fact that a famous bodybuilder started this brand. I love supporting the community in every way possible, especially bodybuilders and athletes and whatnot. So I had to reach out to this brand, and they were really friendly, really courteous. They sent me out an entire bundle of goods, which I did an unboxing for on my Instagram. If you guys are not following me on Instagram already, then I don't know what you're doing with your lives, guys. Head over to the gram right now. Follow me at HiStimAce, because I post exclusive content that I don't post on YouTube. So there's always something interesting to look forward to on Instagram. You're going to get previews of reviews to come, and you're going to get a little bit of behind the scenes with HiStimAce, as well as a whole host of other unique and interesting content. So HiStimAce on Instagram, give me a follow. Okay, enough with the cheap plugs, guys. Let's get to reviewing the Big Bad Pre. And this here is a bombsicle flavor. It's called The Bomb, and this flavor is The Bomb because it tastes really, really darn good. Probably one of the best Rocket Pop flavors I've ever had in my life. Definitely top three. Definitely top three. Delicious flavor, goes down easy. No nasty chemical aftertaste, no gag reflex, none of that stuff, guys. Smooth and drama-free, just the way you like it. Now, the Big Bad Pump comes to us in another flavor, and this here is Wolf's Blood. And I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler, a little bit of a secret, just between the two of us. This is essentially a tiger's blood flavor, okay? It's called Wolf's Blood, but it's essentially tiger's blood, meaning it's got the watermelon, coconut, and cherry mixture. Now, usually I'm not a big fan of tiger's blood, or in this case, wolf's blood flavor. I'm just not a fan of how those flavors come together. A lot of times it's very artificial tasting, and I'm not a fan. But they nailed it here. The flavor actually tastes very natural. It's a natural watermelon. It doesn't have that nasty, artificial Jolly Rancher flavor like most watermelon flavors do. The cherry is very subtle, and in the background, as is the coconut. It's not overpowering. So the flavor on this is really, really good, and I really enjoyed it. So Wolf's Blood, maybe that's what companies should call their tiger's blood going forward. Call it Wolf's Blood, and it's actually going to be palatable. But kidding aside, guys, the label on here is very simple, and this is actually why I'm reviewing both these products together, because the label is relatively short compared to a lot of these other pre-workouts in this day and age where they throw 37.5 ingredients your way, not including the vitamins, okay? So these are short labels, and the beautiful thing about it is they're not super overly loaded, but they're also not underdosed, meaning you can run these products individually, right? We got the pump here, we got the pre-workout here. You can run these individually and you will get amazing results, but for the best possible results, you will stack these two together and take your game to the next level. So we're going to begin by reviewing the pre-workout. This is a pre-workout review channel after all, right? We like the stims, guys. You like the stims? Because I like the stims. Let's review this one. We're getting 1 scoop serving in here, which is 20.34 grams, and you're getting 25 servings per container. So great value for money, really solid. Flat scoop, weighed exactly 21 grams, so right on the money, no issues there. Let's begin with the label. To start us off, we're getting potassium chloride, 105 milligrams, magnesium aspartate, 200 milligrams, sodium chloride, 150 milligrams, calcium carbonate, 100 milligrams, and vitamin C at 250 milligrams. Okay, so now it's time to get to the meat and potatoes of this label, and it's not going to take us a very long time because, again, this isn't a crazy stacked science book formula. It's simple, it gets straight to the point, you understand everything on this label, it all makes sense, and it comes through in the real world effects in the gym where it matters most. We start off with citrulline malate at 8,000 milligrams, which is a beautiful dose. I'm a big fan of citrulline malate. I've discussed this to nauseum in a lot of my other videos. I know most people prefer L-citrulline. I personally get better pumps on citrulline malate, and it doesn't bloat me as much, doesn't give me indigestion issues. So not going to repeat that entire rant, but I'm a big fan of citrulline malate. 8,000 milligrams, wonderful dose. We got beta-alanine for the tingles at 3,200 milligrams, L-carnitine, L-tartrate, fat-burning benefits, 2,000 milligrams. So that's the good daily dose that you want to take. I do take that dose every single day, regardless of what pre-workout I'm running. It does help a little bit with fat elimination. I like it a lot. L-tyrosine, 2,000 milligrams for that laser-sharp focus, taurine, 2,000 milligrams for endurance and strength output in the gym, and cognitive benefits, a whole host of benefits. If we're being honest on taurine, they utilize it in a lot of energy drinks, pre-workouts, and it's just a great ingredient to have all around. Caffeine anhydrous, 250 milligrams, so a little bit on the low end, but I like it. This is meant to be a daily pre-workout for us stim heads, okay? Something we could take regularly without overstimulating ourselves, but still feel that kick when we're in the gym. And up next, we got N-phentyl-dimethylamine citrate, also known as Araya genesis at 200 milligrams. So the substitute to DMHA, if you will. It's obviously not as strong or as potent as DMHA. It doesn't tax your adrenal system nearly as much, but it will provide a mood elevation, give you a little bit of a buzz in the gym, make you feel good and motivated. So I love me some Araya. 200 is not a crazy over-the-top dose. You're seeing some pre-workouts go to like 600 milligrams of Araya, but 200 is solid, going to provide just enough mood elevation to get going in the gym. And then we do have dicaffeine malate, so the longer-lasting, slow-releasing form of caffeine at an additional 120 milligrams. Estrogen for absorption, 25 milligrams. And lastly, we got Rewolfia, also known as Alpha Yo, at 2 milligrams, just enough to get you sweating in the gym, to get your rear end into action, and have you pushing harder than you did the last time you were there. So next up, we're going to go through the formula here for the pump formula, also known as Big Bad Pump. Beautiful name. I love the theme we got going on here. And we're going to get straight to it. One scoop yields 20.98 grams. The scoop comes in at about 21.5 to 22 grams. So you're going to want to take a little bit off the top, just a teeny bit, or not. You can just have more pumps in the gym. It's up to you guys. 25 servings per container, same as the pre-workout, so you could technically take it at a 1-to-1 ratio, 1 scoop of each, and you will be good. So we start off with potassium chloride, 105 milligrams, magnesium aspartate, 200 milligrams, sodium as pink Himalayan salt, 150 milligrams, calcium carbonate, 100 milligrams, vitamin C, 250 milligrams, and vitamin B3 as niacin, 15 milligrams. So I like 15 milligrams of niacin, works well for me. It's not enough to give you a niacin flush. When you're getting to the 35-40 milligrams range, then you can get the niacin flush, red face, and sweating it all out. It's an unpleasant experience, but at this dose, you're going to get all the benefits. It's going to help with the pumps and give you extra energy and endurance while you're at the gym. So here we do have L-citrulline at 6,000 milligrams, and that, of course, is the pure form of L-citrulline, not citrulline malate. So it's interesting. They use citrulline malate in the other product, in the pre-workout, the Big Bad Pre, but in here you're getting regular citrulline. So really when you're stacking them, you're getting the best of both. You can't go wrong with it. It's really a solid option. Glycerol monosacharate, 5,000 milligrams, so 5 grams of glycerol powder, which is really, really good. I personally prefer taking my glycerol in liquid format. I find it absorbs better, it's easier on the stomach, and you're able to get about 20 grams in there. But in powder form, it's a little bit tricky because if you put too much of it, it can clump up the pre-workout really, really quick, even if you have the silica packs in there. So 5 grams is a good dose. It's definitely gonna puff you up a little bit in the gym, help absorb water into those muscles, and really have you looking buff and brolic while you're training, especially if you're hitting those supersets, guys. Don't neglect the supersets. It's all about the supersets. Betaine anhydrous for strength output, 2,500 milligrams, good dose. Taurine at another 2,000 milligrams. If you're stacking this on top of the Big Bad Pre, it's going to bring it up to 4,000, which is really, really crazy, but it's a good stack, guys. I've done it, and I really felt strong when I stacked these two together. And once again, we have estrogen ending off the label at 25 milligrams to really help absorb all these ingredients efficiently and help you process them before you start training in the gym. Before I get down to breaking down both these products individually as well as them being stacked together, don't forget to like this video, comment down below, share the channel with a fellow stim junkie or a fitness enthusiast, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Okay, so we're going to begin with the Big Bad Pre. I ran this one on its own twice, and I stacked it together with the pump formula once. So a grand total of 3 times running this pre-workout, and my experience running it on its own was identical both times. I did different body parts, different splits for both training sessions, and I consumed the drink on its own about maybe 10 to 12 minutes before beginning my training session. Now, I didn't really feel much initially. You feel a little bit of something, maybe a sense of alertness, a little bit of energy starting to brew in the back of your mind, but nothing super crazy until about the 20-minute mark, right? So I get to the gym and I feel something, right? Before I even touch the weights, I feel like there's something cooking, but I know that it's not where it needs to be just yet. Now, this is where you guys got to do a little bit of initial work before fully reaping the benefits of this amazing pre-workout. You're going to warm up, hit yourself 2 or 3 warm-up sets, and I'm telling you, by the time your body realizes you're there to push weights and you're not trying to play any games, you want to get in a good workout, everything in this pre-workout is going to synergize in such a beautiful way. The Alpha Yo doesn't slap you right away. It's not a product like Psychotic or Manson or one of these Alpha Yo hitters where you're going to feel it in like 4 or 5 minutes. It's not like that. You're going to feel a sense of alertness, a sense of awakening about 10 to 12 minutes in. The caffeine's going to start doing its thing, and not until about 25-30 minutes does everything click. But boy, does it click. And when it does, you're not going to want to stop training because this thing has you training harder than you did when you're ever at the gym previously. This thing's amazing. The warm-up sets are letting your body know that you are here to train and push those weights, and everything just seems to come together. The mood elevation as well as the aggression from the Alpha Yo is going to kick in at that 25-30 minute mark, and it's going to start building very slowly, but it's going to start building and building and building. And it just keeps building. Even an hour and a half into my workout, it was still building, but it never got to the point where it was intense, where I had anxiety, where I had a crazy elevated heart rate, heart palpitations, nothing like that. No stimmy willy, no nasty negative side effects, no Alpha Yo drips out of your nose, none of that stuff, okay? This ain't hero lean. This is something that we as stim junkies could take daily, but still feel, right? Because a lot of the pre-workouts, we take a lot of these so-called daily drivers, we don't feel them, right? We're so used to the crazy high stims that we're going to take these daily drivers and they're not going to do much for us. But this is a pre-workout that you're going to take when you want to actually feel something when you're at the gym, but you're still cycling off the crazy stuff. Or if you're a beginner or an intermediate, then for you, this is a high stim pre-workout, right? It's got 2 milligrams of Alpha Yo. It's going to take a little bit of time for it to build up, but boy, when it builds, you're going to feel strong. I felt so strong on this thing, man. I don't train for PRs. I don't train for strength. I train for fat loss and aesthetics and overall health, but man, I felt like pushing. I was aggressive on this pre-workout. I was pushing hard and with purpose, and I didn't want to stop. Hitting my circuit training, I was sweating on this one, guys. You could tell I'm sweating right now, right? I just got back from running this one. So, boy, when I tell you that I'm sweating and I'm still sweating, this thing is next level. You're going to feel it and you're going to love it. Now, the Big Bad Pump is a perfect companion product for this pre-workout because, again, you're getting the extra citrulline in here. You're getting the glycerol in here, right, to really help puff you up a little bit. So on days where you're hitting chest or back, you know, big compound exercises that you want to kind of blow up and feel brolic in the gym, this thing's going to do it because it's got 5 grams of that glycerol and it's well-sourced glycerol. There's no clumping issues in here, by the way. Like I mentioned earlier, some pre-workouts with too much glycerol can have clumping problems. This one does not, so no worries there. You do have a little bit of the taurine, the betaine to help with the strength output, the endurance in the gym, but it's a very minimalist label, right? We're looking at like 6 or 7 ingredients in here. This is a pretty medium kind of label. It's not too intense, it's not too insane, it's not too loaded, and it's not too over the top. So it's perfect for stacking. You can stack a scoop of this and you're getting essentially the rest of what you need, and it tastes good. It will blow you up a little bit, but not to the point where you're puffy or bloated or anything like that. It's going to get the job done. You're going to be swollen in the gym and you're happy. So ultimately, that's what it's all about. So this here really is more of a traditional pump formula. It's not one of those crazy loaded non-stim pre-workouts like Pump Serum by Huge Supplements or Sicario by Extremis Cartel, which I did just review. By the way, you guys can go back on my reviews playlist and catch that review. But this here is definitely more of an add-on type of product. Theoretically, you could stack like 200 milligrams of caffeine on this and run it for your low stim days, or you can run this late at night on its own, but don't expect any mood elevation or any buzz or anything like that. No beta-alanine tingles, nothing. This is really meant to be an add-on product to add to pre-workouts that don't have any pumps. Now, this one has sufficient pumps. This will get you swole in the gym, okay? The citrulline malate is more than enough for me anyway, but if you guys really want to take things to the next level, you got yourself the big bad pump. Overall, I'm super impressed with both these products. I also got sent out their Nootropic, which does have a little bit of pumps in there as well. Their amino acid blend, which has recovery and hydration ingredients in there to be drunk as an intro workout, and they sent me their fat burner. I will be reviewing all those in the near future, so stay tuned to the channel, guys. But for the time being, if you're interested in picking up the Big Bad Pre as well as the Big Bad Pump, you can head over to the official website and use my discount code to save some money and help support this channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know this review did go a little bit long, but I wanted to cover all my bases and give you guys the objective, unbiased truth like I always do. If you found benefit from this video and you found it beneficial to you, don't forget to show your support by liking this video. Comment down below to help the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you all next time for the next high stim pre-workout review. Take care, everybody. High Stim Ace, signing off.